Deep in the ocean. Deep underwater. Imagine taking a voyage to the deepest part of the ocean. What types of things would you expect to see? Would it be dark or light? Will you see clearly, or would the water be cloudy? Will it be warm or cold? Would you see familiar animals and plants, or find strange and new ones? Sunlight warms the shallow parts of the ocean down to 200 meters below the surface. Plants and animals that need sunlight and warm water live there, such as tiger shark and many species of common dolphins, deep in the ocean. Other animals, including vampire squid, fan-toothed fish, and viper fish, live in water that is cold and dark. Diving in the ocean. The deep ocean below 1,000 meters is freezing cold. The water pressure below 39.6 meters can harm you if you don't have the right protective gear. Sport divers wear an air tank filled with a mixture of gases for safety. They also wear special dive computers that help them know how far down they are and how much air they have. Deep divers wear special hard diving suits to protect them from the water pressure. For really deep dives, groups of 2 or 3 scientists ride in a small submarine called a submersible. Some of these submersibles have robot arms that can collect samples of water, soil, and small animals. Oceanographers, scientists who study the ocean, are called oceanographers. They often live for months on a ship, working 7 days a week, and also teach at colleges and universities. Some of them study what sea animals eat and where they live. Others study the ocean water itself. All of them have to understand biology, chemistry, geology, and physics. Biology is the study of living things. Chemistry is the study of what things are made of and how they react, the change when they come into contact with other things. Geology is the study of rocks and soil and the process that shape and change the earth. Physics is the study of the natural laws, such as energy, force, and motion, that govern how things work. Using satellites for tracking. Satellites up in space can help to track sea animals' travels in Earth's oceans. Scientists tag some animals with electronic sensors to study them. A satellite can track the signal from the tag attached to the animal's fin or back. The signal shows when, where, and how the animal travels. These tags have been used to track some fish that have traveled up to 75,000 kilometers. Scientists can use this information to predict the animal's future movement. Counting the sea animals. What types of animals live in the ocean? Where do they live? How many are there? Oceanographers studied the counted animals for 10 years to discover the answers. They looked at all the world's oceans from the North Pole to the South Pole. They counted everything they could find, from the largest whales to the smallest organisms. The surprising report is called the Census of Marine Life. Released in 2010, it contains data from more than 540 different expeditions that began in more than 80 countries. The Census of Marine Life. A study revealed new information and several surprises about extreme habitats. One surprise from the study was where things lived everywhere in all water levels and temperatures. marine species live in the hottest and the coldest places. More than 17,000 species live in the deep places without light, and some without oxygen. Another surprise was how many new species were discovered. More than 1,200 new marine species have been described, and more than 5,000 deep species are still waiting to be described. Scientists have found one species of Jurassic shrimp that was thought to have gone extinct more than 50 million years ago, living in hot and cold water. The very cold deep ocean zone has more than 1 million hot volcanoes in it. The water temperature at the volcano can be 400 Celsius, which is not enough to melt lead. Species such as eyelets, shrimp, white crabs, giant tube worms, and many bacteria lives in this very hot water. These animals use sulfur rather than sunlight to live. Huge groups of Arctic and Antarctic animals were also found living in water that is close to or below freezing. Giant squid and Arctic cod, the lion's mane jellyfish, are some species that live under solid ice that is 700 meters thick. Many of these species slow down their government to save energy so they don't freeze. What did we learn? Scientists learned that life is even more adaptable than they originally thought. Animals living in the deep ocean have found ways to survive in harsh environments that would be impossible for most other species to live in. The marine census counted more than 230,000 species in more than 30 million records. More than 6,000 new species had never been seen before. Some animals were see-through or translucent. Some had warning lights that turned on and off so that they can see in the darkness. Others had long feelers instead of eyes to attract prey and learn what was around them. Some had teeth so long that they overlapped their jaws. Others made their own antifreeze to stay warm. What else lived in the deep ocean? Scientists keep discovering new species and new facts. The more they look, the more they find. They think that only 1/4 of all marine life was being counted, that all the animals that have been discovered have been documented and described. There are many more surprises to come.